Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Don Juan.
And I'm Marie.
And this is No Reservations. We're back. As you can see, we're in the Halloween Dia de Muertos festivity season. So we thought we would bring you guys an awesome show like we always have. Last week, we had our amazing daughter, Alexis, on, and she was amazing, right?
She really was. She talked about her creativity and her theater stuff, her sports, and everybody that she is inspired by.
That's right. Thanks to all of you who are inspiring her, us, the community. And remember, talent shows. Don't give up on anything, on your dreams. Make them realities. And that's brought to you by our daughter, Alexis. She reminded us that.
Yeah, she definitely did. She is the one that continues to inspire us. Hence the reason why we are dressed the way we're dressed.
That's right. And honoring our family members who are always with us, but not here physically.
Yep, they've transitioned into the next realm, the afterlife, whatever it is that you all believe in, because here, like we've said before, there's no reservations on how we talk. So we believe in everything.
That's correct. That's correct. And as you could see, she has an amazing Katrina headpiece that she put together.
So last year around this same time, we did an amazing show.
That's right.
We used to do a lot of shows, with a group it was amazing. It's amazing music. Still check out the music that was put out by Concrete Piñatas, because that's exactly what we did. And we did our live shows, and each show was a theatrics.
It was.
And this was the final show of Concrete Piñatas as a whole.
Yep.
And I went all out.
You did.
It was Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead type of vibe that we did for this last show. And so I was inspired to look up different places in Mexico that actually, their celebrations and stuff like that. And I wanted to make sure that we captured our people. And by doing that, I knew that they went big with their Catrinas.
They did, like you did.
I went super big. And guys, this is not light, first of all. It is a pretty heavy piece. It is not a bought hat.
No, it's not. We made everything. We're going to break it down for you. It's a pool noodle on the top.
Yes.
It's is it an actual flimsy little hat in the center?
Actually, no. It's a straw. So
that's right,
center is a straw hat that I fit to make sure that it was my head, and then we paper mache'd around it.
That's right, we did. Spray painted the bottom, spray painted the skull. Just had that whole orange Catrina. I'm not sure what the flower is called, but I know this color also in Dia de Muertos is synonymous with Catrina. Yes. I'm sure with your little handy little tablet there, you're gonna let us know what it is. It was amazing to do this. We always dive in steadfast, head first into anything that we do, and it was great that we could do this together, just like we're doing No Reservations today.
Yes, it was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, this one was probably the best outfit I had ever put together. Along with this Catrina, I actually wore a long, beautiful black dress.
It's a long, wedding dress.
Yes, it was a wedding.
We went looking everywhere.
We went everywhere looking for this wedding dress, but it was a black wedding dress.
Not really easy to find either. For all you wedding people, it's not easy to find a black dress, right?
It's a little hard. It's definitely a little bit hard. There's some parts that we can actually find a single black dress. It's not that you can't find the color. It's more of the style that people tend to have the hard time looking for. And I literally took 5 months looking for this dress. I think
so. Yeah, we were ready for it because everything was planned out. We knew when the show was going to be. We knew what we needed to do and get it together, and it was great. It was you have me checking my mind too, since but it was great because definitely we're able to explore our creative side, get in tune with that. So it was definitely amazing for that.
Yeah, that was a very inspiring show, and we went all out. That was probably one of my favorites.
Yeah, it definitely was, and then we just brought that to you today. And ironically, it just falls on the community that it's Halloween today.
Yes.
On Saturday. Is Saturday the 2nd?
Yes, Saturday.
On Saturday, it's going to be Dia de Muertos, which we celebrate, So in honor of that, I kind of, myself, with my outfit, it's not quite what I wore there. But it's an homage to just my personality as a whole. It's Day of the Dia de Muertos inspired, but also, as you could tell, Joker. I just put a little twist on it, just my little snazzy, jazzy little move on it, and it was pretty dope, because even getting ready today, we had to be makeup, we had to be sound, camera. We had to have all these hats. No pun intended. We had to have all these hats on today just to bring this to you guys on this amazing Halloween. So we also have to remember it being Halloween. Be careful, be safe out there tonight when you're out there doing your little trick or treating because there's a lot of crazy stuff that goes on, right?
A lot of crazy stuff. Yes, Alexis will be out trick or treating with her friends. Like that's the first year she's going out with friends, and
because she didn't want to.
Yeah, she didn't want to before. She didn't even want to go trick or treating at all last year.
Nope. She just wanted to collect candy.
Yeah,
but not go trick or treating. How do you do that?
She was like, I could just buy it at the store.
That's right. Right.
True, but the spirit of going door to door and dressing up is what we love doing here the most. But it's spooky season here at our house year round.
All the time. All the time. even when Santa Claus comes through. Yeah. Any season is spooky season. It just happens to fall on a holiday that everyone else celebrates it. And that's why we brought the community today our little what we do here. Traditionally also is we honor our fallen family members who aren't here physically with us. And I'm sure you will dive into it and let our viewers, our community know what it really is about.
So, Dia de Muertos, and for everybody that's like, you guys are saying it wrong. Actually, we are not. Dia de los Muertos is like saying the twice.
Yeah.
And from what I've gathered, this is just my opinion, it's not something I found fact. So, if we go back and we think English people say Day of the Dead, right? So a person that is, let's just say, American born, but no Spanish, is going to say Dia de los Muertos.
Right.
But in Mexico, it's actually Dia de Muertos. It translates to the same thing. It's just how you say it. And believe me, if you go to Mexico and you say Dia de los Muertos, I'm pretty sure they're going to look at you funny. They're going to know you're not from there.
Right. That's like a telltale distinctive how they know.
Yes.
Whether you're a pocho, whether you're a no sabo kid, whether you're whatever, or you traditionally speak Spanish at home, I'm sure that the Americanized colonization of things is a way to put it.
That actually segues into what we're about to talk about.
Oh, okay. It changes things. Like phonetically, they teach us in American schooling, right? When you take American schooling Spanish, they're going to teach you phonetically English in place with Spanish words in place, but American dialect and lingo and the rules phonetically. And that's not how it works in Mexico. Some people go, why did you say the word backwards? No, America translated it and is assuming it's said backwards. But again, phonetics, origin, region, all those things play, right?
Right, exactly. And that actually segues into our next thing of where it comes from, the colonization, right? So before the colonizers came, the Aztecs, this actually dates back to the Aztecs time, and they used to wear skull masks and would dance. They would do a dance. I'm not going to do that dance for you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not very coordinated anymore. They danced to honor the goddess of the dead, or lady of the dead. She was the goddess. I'm going to butcher the name, so I'm probably not going to try to pronounce
We'll just put it here. All right. And for some of you that might not know, I'm going to butcher it probably too, but it's Mictecaquihuatli. Again, I could be wrong, but because of my brother Abdul Droopy, rest in peace, he would speak this language.
Yeah,
so the fact you're speaking Nahua or giving a little backstory, and I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to do my best Nahua interpretation, even though I'm not fluent in it. I give it a shot because of him.
I know there's that 1% that does and can still speak it. So please comment below, share this video, and comment what we're saying. It's Lady of the Dead. She was a goddess. So I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to pronounce it for us.
I'm sure they will. And again, we'll post it right here.
Definitely will.
I don't want to butcher it again if I am, but that's how we honor. That's who is honored. That's how we honor.
Yes. So the Aztecs started it, like I said, when the Spaniards.
Mexica or Aztec?
Aztec. Mexica.
Mexica.
It depends on the person I think that's a person. We typically say Mexica.
Mexica is before the colonizers.
Correct.
Aztecs is kind of what it became.
Correct.
Because there's Mayans, that's how it is. Mayans, Incans, Aztecs.
Correct.
They're jumbled, right?
Yes, they're jumbled in. Yes. But ultimately Mexica, and it was how they went. So when the Spaniards came in, obviously they realized what we did every single year,
right,
or what our ancestors did every single year, and wanted to incorporate it also. So what they did is they came in and changed it to what it is today, and we honor our ancestors. They actually combine Catholic beliefs,
right,
and All Souls Day, which is what the All Souls Day is, what Mexica was actually doing at that time. Is it was honoring all of the souls, because
right,
obviously when you transition, you're transitioning from your physical realm into what your soul is supposed to do on the next realm. At least that's the belief system that I have. And so when you transition, you become a soul, but you are still walking some type of realm. You like to call it the upside down world. Right. In that aspect, I like to call it just the afterlife of what we walk into. It's the reason why we have cats, because they actually walk us.
Or Miklan.
Yes.
Miklan, that's another Nawa word.
I'm a mixture of what I believe in with Egyptians, because Egyptians, afterlife, the cats actually take the next person into the afterlife. So that's the reason why cats are so big in Egypt.
And the dogs, though, there's a particular dog, a breed of dog in Mexico that's been around since the dawn of all of this, of this belief system of the Mexica.
They look kind of kooky, but they're kind of cute.
Right. And they only exist in that region.
Yes.
They didn't spawn somewhere else. Obviously, it's a hybrid, but it's a well-known dog species.
Yes.
And they're protectors as well. Kind of like a food dog in Japan.
Yes.
Or I'm sorry, kind of like a food dog in the Asian culture.
Yes.
And how they believe it's a guardian. So yeah.
Exactly. And if you've ever seen Coco, that doggy is the dog that we're all talking about.
Yes.
Yes. So we honor our ancestors who's been transitioned, and that's the whole point of Dia de Muertos. Is we're honoring. It's basically, if you think about it, this whole couple of days is really a big old family reunion. It's a family reunion with the ones that have transitioned, onto the next life, onto the next realm. And there are two parts to it. So although we have Halloween on the 31st of October, November 1st and November 2nd are the 2 days that are part of Dia de Muertos.
Right.
Now, November 1st is for everybody that have had kids that have transitioned.
Right.
Specifically for the children. So anybody that, you've had children, unfortunately or fortunately transitioned, this day is for you to honor them and for them to come and join you back on that specific day. November 2nd is going to be for everybody and everything else. And when I say everything else, I mean dogs, cats. Everybody still actually does.
Your family members.
Animals.
Your loved ones.
Yeah, because they're family members also.
Right.
So we honor them as well. And like I said, it's those 2 days. Now, there are certain customs that we do. One of the things is certain foods.
Right.
We have specific foods that we put out for them on these days. Specific drinks.
Saying like they're all of the things that you remember they admired.
Exactly.
Their food, their drinks, their sweets, their snacks. If they smoke cigarettes, drink coffee. We placed it out there.
Yes.
On our altar, like we have here today, and we put it to honor them and to help them find us.
Yes.
Right? And then we light a candle for them so that they could find their way back.
Yes.
When they leave. They can find us, they can also find their way back to the other side, whether that be the other side, whatever the other side is.
Whatever.
That's what we do though, right? That's what we're doing today, but we have our altar set up all the time, every day.
Yes, our altar's always set up. It's an everyday thing for us just because we like to honor them on a daily. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be where we're at right now. We've learned a lot from the people that have transitioned. And the altar is actually the biggest thing for the Dia de Muertos that is a custom that everybody does. Is you create an altar, and like we said, you set up the way you want to set it up. You have your sugar skulls as well. Specific colors like the orange, more like a burnt orange is what it is. The flowers, which I forgot to totally look that up. I was so more into the origin of it than it was all the colors and flowers, but specific colors like orange, red, flowers. You have all of those types of stuff that you put together, and it basically every single type of color flower it resonates for that person to see where they're supposed to go. That is supposed to be kind of the pathway of the transition from their realm to our realm to be able to come visit us on that day, even though they probably visit us as much as they think they need to.
Right. Whether whether we
It's okay.
whether we smell a particular smell,
Yes.
that reminds us of them, a particular location,
In your dreams. Your dreams is one of the biggest ones.
the
And
chills.
one of the things in Mexica, in the belief system that we have, is when our hummingbirds come and visit us. Yep. Hummingbirds is such a big thing for us. And for those of you that don't know, hummingbirds are supposed to be your loved ones coming to visit you. That's why it's very rare to see hummingbirds.
Right.
But with us, we always have 2 to 3 hummingbirds that come and visit us
and hang out though.
Yes.
They don't just fly by like you
No.
normally would see a hummingbird. They'll pass by like, oh, there goes a hummingbird, but they'll hover around us. Or very rarely, but it's been happening a lot more than normal. Is they'll stop.
Yes.
And they'll hang out. Which some people will say, oh, they're thirsty, they need a break, but still, it's a rarity.
It's a yeah.
And that's when they come see us. They come see us. They let us know in some physical form that we could see rather than feel, smell, or anything. They come and they just remind us, hey, I'm here, because a hummingbird, ironically, is a powerful warrior. Mm-hmm. The Mexica would have a hummingbird symbol on them also in battle to protect them, because a hummingbird flaps at a rate that I can't even fathom.
Yes.
And they do that nonstop, and that's what a warrior is. And that's kind of when Arlo transitioned over and his family came, and we all came together to celebrate his life. That was something I put in my speech when I brought up the great things about Arlo. I put in the hummingbird because again, like you said, that's important to our culture, but it's also important for you all to know, just expand the mind, think outside of the normal.
Yes.
Go research it some more.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, because there's so much that we don't know they're already going through in their afterlife. We always hope that they're in no pain, that they're living their best soul life, so to speak, I guess. And that's something that I think I had to learn when dealing with death. So, growing up, I never went to a lot of funerals.
Right.
I never had a lot of people pass away. I had my first dog, who my mother said ran away, but actually he transitioned because he had a bunch of problems. But my first funeral was my mom's biological mother, and I didn't really know my grandmother at all. So that's why I don't really call her grandma. I didn't know her very well, so I don't really remember that. But Hugh transitioning a few years ago was my very first, and this is where I really delved deep into understanding what our people did, because I wanted to be able to honor him.
Right.
And he, although I only got to know him for a short amount of time, he made a huge impact on me and Alexis.
All of us.
On all of us, on you. Like, we all had our own little relationship with him, and he just made life so joyful and so fun. And I wanted to make sure that although he's not here physically, we can still feel that joy in life and how he moved and how he loved to make fun of stuff, calling Alexis a monkey and all of that stuff. And ironically, the other day when I dropped Alexis off at school, I was a little upset at her because she forgot stuff. It was one of her softball days, and she had forgotten stuff. And I was like, this freaking girl, she's always forgetting shit. But as I'm walking into the apartment and I'm walking to our door, a hummingbird stops right in front of me.
Oh, really?
And he just kind of looked at me a little bit and then continued to kind of walk with me as I walked, and then flew away. And I was like, all right, Hugh, I won't be too mad at her. You're right. She has a lot going on right now. She's doing good in school. I'll give her some grace. Right. And so it was just one of those things where I felt like Hugh was trying to be like, hey, calm down.
because that's what he would do.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he was a really good stand-up guy.
We
Times that
were
we got with him.
we were all going through stuff individually
Mm-hmm.
in our own ways, and Hugh was real. He knew how to just. He could tell you because he lived it. Just brush it off your shoulders. You know, his family dynamic that he comes from allowed for that kind of growth in him.
Yeah.
To give it out to people, and that was a great thing about him. He would know when something was going on. We didn't even tell him, and he was like, "Hey, just relax, just brush it off. Don't even worry about it." And his his laugh, I could still hear. His conversations, just
his
everything.
voice, because he has a distinct voice.
He did. He does.
Yeah, he definitely does have a distinct voice. I still keep a couple videos around just because it has his voice still. You know, we don't want to. I have that superstition of if you can no longer hear them and you no longer speak their names, that's when they're really truly gone.
Right.
And so I feel as long as I continue on, hold on, I have to stop.
It's okay.
As long as I continue on speaking his name and just hearing his voice, he's always here.
Yeah.
So it was rough when he transitioned.
Because again, you never went through this. And
no.
And me though opposite, I know it a lot. So that was something new for us as a family. You know, we always want to protect our family. We don't want them to be in pain. We don't want them to cry or feel any of that stuff. And it was very difficult for me to see you and Alexis like that because it was new. It's again a new journey that we never. I would wish it on anyone, but it was consoling you. But how can we console each other when we've just lost a family member? And you and Alexis were so emotionally driven, and so was I. But I had to keep it together. So I could be like, no, I got you. We're good. Don't worry. Let it out. You know, we talked about it. You explained like you're telling me right now. Like you never went through that.
No, never. It was really something new for me because I didn't know how to react. Because when I was younger, that was one of the only times I actually saw my dad cry. Is because his uncle passed away in a car accident with his wife, and this uncle was close in age with my dad. So they literally grew up as best friends.
Right.
And I had never seen my dad cry. So I had an inkling of what could probably happen, but I didn't know that it would be such a roller coaster even after. Because that first year is such a numb feeling.
It's like they're not gone.
Yeah. Almost like you're just on autopilot.
Right, like it didn't really happen.
Yeah, like you're expecting the call. You're still expecting the text or a comment on your Facebook, something, and nothing. And so I think that first year was hard. But I think what made it even harder was that 3 months later, that's when we lost Arlo, Arlo transitioned. And that one was just, I feel like that one hit a little bit harder too, because it was so unexpected because we had just seen him a couple days before.
Yeah, I remember. It was pretty difficult because I'm over there trying to console you and Hugh and Mom and everybody to try to keep it, a level head. Because like you say, your dad, you never knew that because your dad, we have to be the rock. That's the thing that we are given is that we have to be the rock for the family. But you're the rock too, and so like losing Arlo just made it all more difficult because Hugh passed, that was fresh. Arlo unexpectedly passed, and I woke up that Sunday and I felt something, and I immediately went to my messages, and a message came through, like a group message.
No, we were talking.
Oh.
We were editing and talking for Lourdes.
That's right.
We were editing and talking for the Lourdes video, which is so crazy that we did that video. And you were editing. You hadn't even checked any of your messages. You woke up. You immediately went into editing because we were on a deadline. Right. We had to get that out.
Like we always are.
Right. And like we had to get that out to make sure that we got it, out on the time we needed to. And then it was about 12:15 when you kind of broke down and you just looked at me. You're like, babe. And I was like, what? And that's when you let me know. You're like, this can't be happening. Like, this can't be happening right now. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? What's wrong? What's going on? And you immediately was like, Arlo's gone. And I was like, what? Like, it didn't register to me.
And we had just seen him the night before.
Yeah,
Because
two nights before.
Was it 2 nights?
It was Friday night. Yeah, we had seen him Friday night.
Right, because we were at
Menos.
We did a show at Menos,
Mm-hmm.
and Wild Out and Arlo was like, "Hey, fool, come over, come and kick it. Let's kick it." Everyone was going back to his house. Jay, Son, a group of the crew went, and I was like, "No, I got stuff. I got a deadline. I got stuff I gotta do, but we're gonna link up." And Arlo was like, "I love you, fool." He would be like, he was like, "I love you. I know you 35 plus years." That's what he would say. Every year that would pass, he'd add another year. And he'd be like, "I know you 35 plus years." Because he lost track. Because, I've known him forever. And then that text came through. And it fucked me up immediately. Like, fuck. It reminded me of a dude. It reminded me of my grandpa. It reminded me of Hugh all over again. My Dio. My Dia. And I left real quick. Mm-hmm. Got in the car, and it's like a 30-minute drive. I think I made it in like 15. I honed in on the Kenny fucking driving. Yeah. And I flew over there, and it was hard. Like when I got there, Arlo, he wasn't there. Arlo wasn't there, so I didn't get to say my goodbyes, which again, kind of like reminded me of my grandpa. Although I got to see him, I got to see my grandpa, even though he had already transitioned. I was in the room at home at my mom's house, and I just remembered everything. So even though Arlo wasn't there, he was there because his house, wherever he was at,
it was a presence.
His presence was there. Everything on the wall, everything. And he was there, and we were all there, and people came by. All my brothers came by over time, and we were there for a long time.
Yeah, you were there the whole afternoon.
And that shit sucked, though. Because just when I think we're over the hump, we're trying to heal. We lose Hugh, Arlo, we lose Arlo. And then everything else starts happening. Because, unfortunately, it was even at the end of the year. It's towards the end of the year where we're at today. Yeah. 2 years later now? Wait, 3.
They passed 2 years. We're going into year. Yeah, it's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Because it was 2022.
And it was towards the end of the year and we had to shed our skin and we didn't even know it. We were already on a healing transition because, like, with Nawa, with Mexica culture, with our people, like, I'm very much reminded of my brother Abdu. And like you said, if we don't hear them anymore, if we don't say their name, we forget. We forget. They're gone. So every time Nawa, Mexica, anything comes up, I remember him because he'd be like, "It's not Nawa." He would say his shit. And I fucking miss that guy. I miss him all. But we're over here celebrating their life. But transitioning is a hard thing.
Yeah.
It never gets easy. That's what I'm really trying to say. It's a blessing, but also a curse to not know what having to go to a funeral service is, because we always bump into everybody that's not there anymore. Even they're physically here, and we don't talk. Mm-hmm. Always at a transitional meeting, everyone says we should hang out more. We should have dinners more together. We should, and it doesn't happen. Yeah. And then we try to, literally, we push that agenda also. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, what's up? Yeah. Crickets. Yeah. Hey, come over here. Crickets. Hey, let's go over there. Crickets. And then that's where the sticker comes from. That's where this candle comes from, right?
Mm-hmm.
At that same time, to help us heal,
Mm-hmm.
we threw a car wash for Arlo and his family.
Yeah.
For Arlo's family, so some money could be raised for his services.
Mm-hmm.
And we came up with like $2,800.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Like not us, like we put it together, and we had some people help us. Obviously, there was a car wash homie, and everyone that came to honor Arlo is what brought that money in.
Yeah,
like we just put us we asked Trill to host it, and we put our hard earned time and passion into it. You were selling menudo,
yes,
so that helped us. Menudo, right?
yes, menudo.
We got menudo and tamales. Look, I know I'm talking sideways right now, but we got tamales on sale. It's tamales season. It's menudo season. We got it all. You can hit us up. You know, we got good food. Ask around. Ask around. You know, it'll make your ice cream. Yeah, who is it?
Yo, Zodiac.
What up, bro? You got the cat? You got the cat?
Yeah, you got stuff.
Hold on. 20. More.
Ooh.
It's all there.
Here?
Yeah. Big hole in it.
Right. Yes.
Exactly. Shit, tell everybody.
My grandma's gonna love these. Nice to meet you.
Later.
See you next time.
And now we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hey.
Thanks for watching that lovely commercial. Hit us up if you want tamales, guys. $30 a dozen. We make red, green. So if it's just cheese or you want beans and cheese, we can make that too. Make it all. But green is chicken, red is your traditional ones. But hit us up, $30 a dozen, and we'll definitely get you guys, that delicious food.
Delicious. My inner gordo that still lives right now is like, yeah, I'm gonna eat all of it. But yeah, get some tamales from us. But yeah, we were talking before we went to commercial break. We were talking about
the car wash.
The car wash.
Yeah, that was nice to see everybody come together, specifically for Arlo and his kids. Because we all know his kids were his whole world.
Yeah, London and Lennon, they are.
And we wanted to make sure that they were all set, that they didn't have to worry about the costs of everything, and they could actually grieve. Because I feel like everybody forgets that they are in a grieving portion or process. Which I know at this day and age we're still grieving.
Everyone's family's still grieving. Everyone we've mentioned, everyone's still grieving. It doesn't get easier as time goes on. We just gotta speak their name. We gotta remember them and honor them. We being us, but you out there, all of our community too. Don't forget to honor your family members, your loved ones that aren't here, because they're still here.
Yes.
In this whole process of doing that, I still didn't heal. Like, I pushed it to the side. I still felt like I had to be strong for us, because I don't like to grieve. I don't. We were doing our therapy stuff. There was a lot going on. Like, all that helped us get to going to therapy, tapping into how we feel, and who cares what people think. And then again, like I was trying to say earlier, is that it was at the end of the year and we needed to shed our skin. We were going to be new. We were going to be new, have new challenges, have new things that we were uncertain about. But we knew we'd get through it together because we've endured a lot.
Yeah.
As a family.
Yeah.
Publicly, privately, the loss of family members and friends. But we still persevere. It's not easy. But when we lean on each other, that's when it could change the outcome.
Yes.
For a better.
Yes.
Because we could have gone our separate corners and grieved our own ways privately, and it would have separated us. Because that's what happens. Unfortunately, that's another thing. And we shed our new skin. It was a new year, still grieving, but all these things showed their true colors. Everything came to light, and we let it go, and we never looked back.
Right.
Lourdes came out. The new year was there, but we don't forget our loved ones.
Never.
We never forget them.
Yeah, we never forget them. I know Alexis took it the hardest too, with it being her very first as well. And I think us doing that grief support group is what really helped to take everything out and taught her in a good way how to grieve and understand that this is the grieving process and it's okay.
Right.
If anybody's looking for a grief support group for your children or yourself, New Song, we highly recommend them. They split you guys up in groups where the
Peer
kids,
groups.
peer groups. So your kids go with the same age kids so that they get to see what that we're all feeling. We all have the same similar feelings, and then you go to your own group. He went to his own group, so we did our own groups. They never put you guys together. If you're going as a couple or as a family, never put you guys together. Everybody goes into their own separate peer groups, and you basically just get to talk it out. And they have extra support during this time when it was the hardest because we had Thanksgiving literally
Christmas.
a couple of weeks after, and then a month later at Christmas, and then we were starting a new year, and then all of a sudden it was birthdays hitting.
No, it was Hugh passing, Alexis's birthday,
Then your birthday,
then
and Arlo's
Arlo's passing, then Thanksgiving,
and then Hugh's birthday,
then Hugh's birthday, then
Christmas.
New Year.
Mm-hmm.
It was all that stuff. It just kept hitting like a Mack truck.
Yeah.
Boom, 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 like just knocking on the door of just give up. And
Right.
we did it.
And that's the reason why I said the first year was a little numb, and I felt like I was on autopilot of I just need to get through this first year, thinking it was going to be the hardest one that I had to just get through.
But then his birthday came around.
Yes.
Their birthdays came around.
It was hard.
And it just reminded me of Abdu, of my grandpa again. Every time a new family member transitions, everyone's back here with me again.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember everybody's service, everybody's conversation. They're all here in the room with me as it's going down, and that's crazy. And I think that's where I draw from to be like, all right, I gotta stay right for you guys. And again, through counseling, I learned to not be that way and just shed tears, be emotional, because the only emotion I knew was to be upset.
Right.
And their birthdays made it hard. The year coming in, it started all over again, but just earlier, which wasn't even a year from their passing. It was birthday.
Yeah, it was passing birthday, and it was
just kept coming back. Everyone's birthdays played again, and it was just a circle of emotion. And we really discovered some things in that time. We shot all the Norman Demented videos.
Yes.
We used our energy and rechanneled our energy in one thing that we were dedicated to and went out on a whim for ourselves. You believing in me and going, no, let's do this. Let's do this. And we went to all different locations, and that got us that ball rolling.
Yeah. I think we kind of found an outlet.
Yeah.
Is what it was. And I knew that was your outlet for sure. It was something that you have such a passion for, and when you're going through anything in life, really, that you're trying to not worry me about, but know that I still worry. I know everything, just so you know.
I know everything too. We have a book inside of us. That's what I say to people. I've said this for a long time. Again, when all this was happening, I had found this particular individual who was really in the culture at the time. It was really opening my mind into another idea of thinking and remembering our people, our culture, who we are as a whole. And then all this stuff started to play out.
It was like a soul searching thing that was needing to be done. Almost like we needed for a lot of this down to happen to, like you said earlier, shed our skin and be who we're supposed to be, and what this universe is trying to make sure that we lead down the path that we do. And I think that that's what led us to doing Norman and having Norman come out and play.
That's what he did.
He did.
That was like my other thing, to just allow all my anger and aggressions to come out on camera and portray some stuff and really get in the emotion, get a different kind. We were going to therapy, so I was using a lot. Like I love acting. I wish I could have been an actor. I still want to pursue it. And so I just channel some of those things in that whole time.
Yes.
You know, shout out to Walter Mercado's studio. You know, shout outs to Jerome.
Oh, I love Jerome.
Shout outs to Highway 87 out in the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Shout outs to Fountain Hills.
Shout out.
No, sorry. It's
No, it was Fountain Hills.
No, pero la res.
Oh, Salt Lake.
No era Salt Lake, no, era pinche.
Well, no, I'm telling you Salt Lake because that was the Salt Lake River to help you remember it.
Pinche. Hijo de su puta madre, I can't even remember right now. I'm all over the place in my mind. But we went to all these locations, and that energy, the energy drove us there. We almost like on a whim. We're like, this is it. Every time we did everything.
Totally forgot.
Yep, the Westward Ho, we shot there. We got in there. Thanks to Joseph for rocking with us on that video on the Conquer. No, ¿cuál era? The bridge.
It was Horrible Horowitz.
That's right. He did Horrible Horowitz with us. He did
Psycho.
Norman. The Psycho.
He didn't do Psycho?
No.
He didn't do Psycho?
No.
He did Norman?
He did Norman. Because Norman was at the Westward Ho.
Oh, you're right. My bad.
He did the bridge.
Yeah.
So we channeled all the energies were coming to us.
Mm-hmm.
He had told us about the bridge location and all these other locations on these other videos we shot. They just came to us.
Yes.
We went to a location even that we had shot before, but shot some other scenes.
That was what actually brought us a lot of our coping skills too, is us just driving around looking for locations.
Right, because that's what we do.
Yeah.
We would remember, like, let's just drive.
Let's just drive
all the time.
Nowhere and let's just see where we end up at, and we'd find these crazy places that just. We still have a bunch of places that we're trying to get to.
Yeah, we're not done yet.
Definitely not done yet.
It's already done, but you don't even see it yet, so we'll just wait. But yeah, I mean, that was all relatively great because, again, we explored it together. It's a journey. It's always a journey for us.
Always a journey. We did, after therapy and everything, we did a lot of our soul searching and it really brought us together, and then it kind of weeded out what we needed to weed out.
Yeah.
We unfortunately lost a lot of people in our way, and I don't mean lost as in they transitioned. They're still here, just not here, if that makes sense. Although we lost a lot of those people in friendships or relationships, we gained other relationships and other friendships and gotten closer to other family members where we're very sacred with how we allow people in our space now, because all we want is peace.
Right.
And that was something, obviously, we tried to, I learned from Hugh, and just in your talking with like Long and stuff, that also I feel like you having that relationship with Long, may he rest in peace as well, that
R.I.P. Long.
That he really opened you up too, to be like, oh, there's a broader way of things, of thinking. You have to be open-minded. You have to let the people that want to go. And if they need that help, you can take those scissors and cut it. So that
they just gave you the scissors. They cut it.
Yeah, I mean, you just take the knife out of your own back and you've cut it
give
yourself. But that was something that we needed to get through. We needed, we each have our own different ways, and I feel that just really brought us closer together.
That's what you make a good point, though, because that's what your friends are supposed to do for you, though. The ones that care about you and love you, friends, family, whatever, they're supposed to look out for you and want the better for you.
Yeah.
Hey, like you said, Hugh would always tell me, hey, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Turn it off up here. Don't be so angry, Hugh and Long would both tell me that. Hugh would tell me that a lot, and I would ask him, because I would look to you for guidance. Like, you would say he was like a bonus parent. He was a bonus father to have around, who really cares and cared a lot and just gave it to you for reals. And that's why we're doing this today. We're leaning on each other. We got each other's back. We're always going to look out for one another, because that's what you do with your loved ones. And if it ain't going to work, just like real blood family, you just step away. Nothing personal. Bye. Hasta luego.
Yeah.
We're good.
Personal.
We might have the same blood, but we don't have to be cool. So, a rato. And then that's what happens with what you said. You just got to let some people go, and it's totally fine. That's what growth is all about. You have to let go. You have to shed some skin.
Well, you have to learn that not everybody is meant to be on your journey the whole time.
Right.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to have those specific people that are going to be on that journey or is supposed to be in your journey. And I think that's what helps me with you a lot is that we are supposed to be in each other's journey. And even though we're doing our own separate ones that we've talked about in the past, we did our own separate journeys. We still came back together because at the end of the day, this is the journey we're supposed to be on in life. But there are some people that they're not supposed to be in our journey anymore.
No matter how much I want to include people, because that's my motherfucking mechanism. Come on in, everybody! Come on, we're all gonna win.
Yeah, and you know that just stems from a lot of like your past and everything. You want to hold on to people. You know, I'm the complete opposite. I'm like cut, bye.
Right.
You know, I could care less. Yes, it hurts me. I still get hurt. I still have feelings. I'm just very good at not showing how hurt I am.
Right.
And I'll cut it for you. Mm-hmm. So, you know, and I wish no ill will on anybody. We never wish any ill will. We hope you guys prosper, whether you're in our journey or not, whether you've gone off and done your own things without us or vice versa. We never wish ill will on anybody. It's always positivity, and we just wish you well.
Yeah, we don't think about it. It's no need to think about it at all. If it's not in your everyday, then it's not in your everyday.
Right.
So that's why we don't think about it.
But we've come together, and the people that are here, we show them that love.
It's been the same
on a daily basis.
Right. It's still the same. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
It's just we divert our attention back to
the people
that have been here.
Yes.
Because I myself was distracted, or you were distracted, or whatever the case may be. But that's what it's about. You know, we come together. You know, it's crazy that you're saying all this, and I immediately think of this is where our journey's supposed to be on. You can't rush anything, because when you first brought this up, we weren't sure what we wanted to do. You weren't sure what you wanted us to do, but you knew we should do a podcast.
Yeah.
But everything was so new, and we were still going through what we were going through in the transitional phases and shedding skin and healing new skin and new ways of thinking and therapy that because we've done this forever, we've been together so long that it felt like, oh, he's just going to brush me off. There's other things that are more important. But in actuality, now thinking about this was our building blocks to get here. Mm-hmm. We can't just dive into something.
Yeah.
We don't know how to do this, but we're doing it because we know how to do it. Because like I said, we have a book inside of us. We know everything. We just have to unlock it. Mm-hmm. We have to unlock our potential. Mm-hmm. When I say I believe in you and you could do it, you telling me the same, it's great. It's great that we're here today. And we're on this journey.
Yes.
You know, we're doing podcasts like you wanted. We got an idea. It's working out. And that's what it's all about, everybody. Support your people.
Yeah.
Support everyone's dreams, because like Alexis told us last week, believe in yourself. If you don't think you can do it, like I say, I'm mashing her idea and my ideas together. If you don't think you can do it, you're right. But remember what Alexis said. Do it. Don't take advantage of any opportunities.
Right.
You'll be the only person getting in your way.
Exactly.
And we've been out of each other's way since, and look where we're at today.
Yeah, I mean, this podcast took us a whole year.
It did.
Because I remember last year, I was like, I want to do a podcast. No idea what I wanted to do, though. And then it wasn't until months ago, like at the beginning of the year, I was like, okay, I'm bringing it to you now. Here's what my real plan is. This is what we should be doing, how we should do things. And it's definitely changed along the way, but we've still been able to manage. And
right. Everything tweaks. Everything. It's always an ever-turning circle.
Yes. And then we tried to do it at one point.
Right.
And we look back at the videos and we're like, nope, this is not it yet.
Now, you even brought it up to when we got the third one, it was like, that's the one.
Yep.
And it was great.
Yeah. It took us 3 tries, but
it did. Third time's a charm.
Yes.
Third time's a charm. Episode 3, Halloween time with all of y'all. Hope y'all are having a good time joining in with us. You know, trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me some motherfucking candy because I didn't eat. Right?
So make sure that on November 2nd, you guys, if you have the chance to drive up to Prescott Valley,
peep the show out.
Peep the show.
Come in your best Will Smith, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Terminator 2 outfit, raver, graffiti guy, gangster, whatever your thing is. Come out to the show. It's going to be great. Shout out to my boy Roy, a.k.a. Zodiac. We're putting it together. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Have fun. Enjoy. $5 charge. Ladies getting free and dress up. So just dress up.
Don't dress up as a lady, though. Don't try to get in for free, fool. Come on.
I didn't even think that people would do
Don't
that.
do that.
It's true.
Don't do that.
I didn't think that would happen.
Well, who knows?
So we had segued into talking about how our losing, or not losing, but our people transitioning into the next realm brought us to Norman and letting Norman kind of come out and play. Not kind of, he really did. He came out with a bang.
Yeah, we built, building a whole environment, like Kenny said once. He said, y'all created a place, and I was there with you guys. And that wasn't, we didn't say that outwardly. I never said that outwardly, but in my mind, that's what I was thinking all the time. It's like, how are we going to draw people in? And then so Norman went wild.
He went super wild.
We let Norman, which is just in case y'all don't know, go check out the Norman Demented album by myself, Dun One, and the Premonist. It's a concept album.
Yes.
It's a play, obviously, if you can't tell already by now, the things we've said, it's a play on Norman. On Bates Motel, Norman Bates. It's that we're all a little crazy inside. If I wholeheartedly believe that we all have books inside of us and we know what our potential is and we have to unlock it, then that's kind of what I brought with Norman.
You did. And that's how we ended our world, basically.
Yeah. Was
with Book of the Dead.
That's right. Book of the Dead. We did that. That one was an emotional, like it is today. It was an emotional video shoot because we talked about it. We put a lot of planning into it. We knew we wanted to honor everybody.
Yes.
And it was not the same. We wanted to honor all of our loved ones, which we did, but we did it in a way that hadn't been done before by other artists, but just a way to introduce it to people. Mm-hmm. Instead of going, hey, this is a memorial video. Yeah. Oh, I could totally tell. I could totally tell. VHS footage, photos, all this other stuff. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, we just let people sit on it and watch. We even hyped it up. Like Book of the Dead. What do you think when you think of that, people? What do you guys think when you hear Book of the Dead? Are they thinking? I think
of the Mummy.
Okay.
And the reason why is because that's what happens. Her real name's Rachel, for some reason I can't remember her name in the movie, but she reads from the Book of the Dead and brings him back. And then he's trying to bring back his lady and his wife and all of that fun stuff. So I always think of the Book of the Dead like Egyptian.
See, that's funny you say that. So there is a book by an author called Book of the Dead. Y'all should go read that because, we're big about reading here.
Yes.
There's that. And we found that when we were in a Goodwill.
Yes.
Okay. Which was ironic, right? Before we even shot it, that's what set it all in motion. And then when I think of Book of the Dead also, I think about Evil Dead. Because in that movie, homie's got a book. Book of the Dead, his own, right? It doesn't summon his loved ones to come back. It summons the evilness to come through. It's like a portal, right?
Oh, dang. Yeah.
So that's kind of in the back of my mind. I'm barely telling you this now. That was the portal. The video was the portal book. The video was the literal book that our loved ones could portal through. Mm-hmm. And then we splashed them all throughout the video just to honor them. That's kind of how it all played out, and it was dope.
Yeah, that was a fun shoot. That one too took us not too long. Couple hours.
We practiced it out. We actually took a long ass drive to like the 303 and God knows where, right? The 10 and the 303.
17.
The 10 and the 17.
No.
303. No. We went the long way around, and then we came through. New River, remember? Remember we went the long way out? From
No.
Goodwood.
We drove down Bell first.
Oh.
Because we were just like, let's see what's on the west side. Because we constantly were always on the east side.
Scouting locations, right?
When we were scouting locations, we're always on the east side. So we're like, let's scout on the west side. And we went to God knows where on the opposite side of the 303.
BFE.
We're like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. And then we drove the 303 to the 17
and snaked it through a street, the New River Street, which on the west side of town is, I think, still called New River, but you don't know that unless you're over there. So we went over there, and then we went into New River because we had shot some videos there before, and we went and found the location. Yeah. We had never shot in that house. And the last time we went there, there was a hornet's nest. And you were like, fuck no, we're not doing this. Yeah. You're tripping. She was tripping everybody. Hardcore. She was like, you're going to have to shoot that shit by yourself in there. And I was like, I don't fuck. Let's go.
I don't like
No, you don't. You don't.
And I didn't want to mess up the shot because obviously with me recording and everything, I am a perfectionist as well to make sure that I'm capturing what I want to capture and what you want me to capture all at the same time. So knowing that if a bee is going to come at me and I moved and I just fucked up that whole shot and then we're going to have to redo it all over again and now I'm petrified and I'll have PTSD because the damn bee came.
Right. And then that's kind of what happened. Yeah. Because you didn't realize over in the corner over here, not on the roof anymore, in the corner, it was dilapidated part of this broken down house, there was a nest. Yeah. But we finished. We did it and we it sounds like we're saying, hey, we shot it and it happened like that, but we scouted the place. No, we talked about it. It took some months, but on this Norman Demented journey, everything we did was calculated. Everything we did, we talked about. Everything we discussed, we pretty much put it in video form for everybody out there to check it out. Yeah. And we put Norman's final sealer of the album and the visual presentation of Book of the Dead to all of you. Mm-hmm. You know, the people. I don't know if you've checked it out, but they should.
Yeah, and if you haven't, that's the great part. So at the end of this video, you want to stay tuned because you're going to get to see the Book of the Dead. You'll definitely want to watch it. And then go to the Done One, the Finisher YouTube page, subscribe to his page.
But don't forget to subscribe to our page. Hold on. I'm going to cut you off, my love. In order for this community to grow, we need y'all to like, subscribe, tap in with us, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. What we are asking you is to follow us, to hit the follow. What do we got to do to get y'all here?
Follow us, hit the little notify me button so that way you get notifications every time our episodes come out every Thursday
at 7 p.m. Every Thursday.
Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Well, this was great. We got to talk about...
I want to go trick-or-treating though.
Yeah, we definitely
I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go.
Yeah, we're going to go.
I'm going to have a bag right now. As you can see, the sun's still out, but it don't matter. We're ready.
Pillowcase. I'm going to take my pillowcase.
No, I'm going to take the body bag.
Oh, the body bag.
I'm going to take the body bag. I got to keep putting it to use. How much candy can you put in a body bag? I guess we're going to find out.
We're about to find out.
Yo, that was great. This is great.
Yes, this is so wonderful. Well, thank you guys all so much for joining us on yet another great episode. Like I said, stay tuned after the episode to get to watch the Book of the Dead by none other than Done One the Finisher. And
my wife here, Marie. She's the cinematographer. If it's not her, it's our daughter Alexis. If it's not her or them, it's me. Yeah. So it's all in-house. Remember, like, share, subscribe, do all that greatness. We're out. Check the video out right now. It's going to happen right now.
Right now.
This is No Reservations.
No Reservations.
Happy Halloween.
Every Thursday. Happy Halloween.
Happy Dia de Muertos.
Everything.
Honor all of your loved ones, guys. Every day, all right? We're out. No Reservations. Peace. Trick or treat, motherfucker!
I think that we're all in our private traps. Clint. And none of us can ever get out.
There's a sudden stare, startled by a noise and despair. Is someone there? Nowhere to hide. Showers running, feeling death in the air. No one knows I'm everywhere. Since the fear of being scared, fully aware. Hello, are you there? Music plays in the background, the perfect nightmare. Black and out now, hearing voices in the distance, waking up to screams and shouts. What is this? Wait, just calm down, please, and let me out. Moving on relentless, masquerade, playing charades, triggered by rage, and victims being afraid. Enough with the games. Mother, are you there? You said things would change. Wait, what am I saying? Who changed the station, pacing back and forth, retracing the statement, stated face, caving all over the pavement. Vague feeling vacant inside, vacancy vacates quicker when you die. Picking up the ledger from the basement, how this get here? Face it, open your eyes, guess the patient, dust can clean off the blood splatters. The signs on, move along, carry on as if nothing matters. Has it been going on all along? My mind keeps wandering all along. Find you in your own seat, hands up, clap, take a deep breath. Are you a guest? The patient is the book of the dead. I'm checking you in and checking out. What's the style about the book of the dead? Check to see for your name. Can't find it in shame. The name's Norman. Nice to meet you, brothers. I'm doing well. Strong head agrees. Just take a look in the ledger. It's the book of the dead. Nice to meet you.
It's a book of dead people. See for yourself. I'm in it, and you are too.
Look like a long Look like a long
It's a book of dead people. See for yourself.